Hey, there you are.
I am here.
What's up, Lou?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
Good, man. Good to see you.
Well, it feels good. It feels good that we conquered this technology, right?
I know. It feels good. I'm
Right on.
not very savvy, man.
Yeah, me and you both, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's good?
man.
Are you in Vermont?
I am in Vermont, brother.
How's it
I
going?
am in Vermont. Huh?
How's it going out there? It's beautiful. It looks like the
It's,
sun's about to set.
no, the sun did set. It's cloudy. It's gonna actually snow tonight.
Really?
Really?
You got a maple farm out there, huh?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So we're done doing that, you know.
Yeah.
And now we're getting ready for spring if it ever shows up here.
Hmm. I'm in Chicago right now. It's kind of nice today, but it's been kind of depressing.
What's depressing? Talk to me.
It's been dark and it's been gray and rainy and cold.
Oh, well, that's called Mother Nature, and she's
Uh,
giving everybody a nice wash down. You know,
yeah, that's good. That's a good viewpoint.
you know what
Um, I feel you. I feel you. How are you holding up, man? How are you holding up over there?
we're just living, bro, living life and doing what we got to do. Because this is about nature and science, man.
Hmm.
This is Mother Nature hitting the reset button on us, whether we like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a real thing. So, you know, uh, instead of fighting the whole thing about being home and stuff like that, I'm just home here learning how to garden and make bread and to do for myself and go out into my environment here on the farm and do a little bit of landscaping and tend to Mother Nature. Yeah.
Are the kids out there?
I have a couple of them with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but I gotta tell you, man, my biggest fear, and I hate using that word. I should say my biggest concern. My biggest concern is my mom, who is 80 years old, who is lives on the Lower East Side, and she goes to work every day at the hospital because she wants to. You know, so I check
Hmm.
in every day, and because I offered to bring her up here, and mom said, "Hey, man, I'm happy where I am, and I go to work, and that's where I'm needed." So my blessings to her, man. Mad
Mm-hmm.
respect.
She's
And
New
and
York
I
strong.
just want, yeah, I just want to say, well, while we're on here, I want to thank all the EMT people, all the nurses, all the doctors, all the medical people, all the delivery people, you know, everybody in law enforcement, and all those teachers that are out there, all those social workers that are out there, all those people that work like the suicide hotlines and stuff like that,
Mm.
because um, shit is real right now. It's really real,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
So, my heart, I tip my hat to all those people, man, and thank you all for the work that you do on behalf of our humanity, you know. So
Absolutely.
I needed to say I needed to say
Absolutely.
that.
You know, Lou, I know that social causes are really important to you from reading to kids in like lower income, schools and you were a big part of the recovery for Puerto Rico after the hurricane and earthquakes and stuff like that. And I know that you're really vocal about that kind of stuff. And, you know, this, what's happening right now, I think that having a voice like yours, somebody who everybody, everybody looks up to, an artist like you know what I mean? And having someone like you be loud and say things is going to go a long way. And it feels it feels comforting having you, you know,
Well,
say that.
I'm only human,
Yeah.
like all. You
Well,
know, go ahead.
so you are only human and very human. So let's actually start really quick. you were a social worker before you were an actor. I remember I heard that. And how long how long were you a social worker for before you got cast? Was it
Oh
Miami
man,
Vice?
I did it for about a good 10 years. No, no. I did it for about a good 12 years, man. Yeah,
On the Lower East Side?
all on the Lower East Side. Best job I ever had.
Yeah.
And I work with people like Teatro Ambulante. I work with Charas. I work with Henry Street Settlement. I work for Advocates for Children. I work
Mm.
for the American Friends Service Committee. I work for an organization called Cuando, which means Cultural Unity and Neighborhood Development Organization. And yeah, that was my calling.
How did you how did you get cast in Miami Vice? What happened there?
An accident.
An accident?
Couple of my young people didn't show up to my program one day, and I went out into the street looking for them, and I ran into a friend of mine who I hadn't seen in a few years, and he said, "Hey, man, I'm ready for a TV show. They're gonna come to New York. They're gonna be looking for people. See if you could get a part." That friend was Miguel Pinheiro, a poet, writer. He wrote Short Eyes, and
Hmm.
and I went to an audition, and 3 weeks later, I got casted in a supporting role on the show on the season premiere of Miami Vice. I had no clue what I was doing. All I wanted to get out of it was a used car so I could drive to the beach on the weekend. And that's pretty much how my career started. But, I stayed being a social worker, working in the community for 5 years after that. Like the acting was just basically helping to subsidize my salary.
Hmm.
You know, you work a day here, you work 2 days there, and stuff like that. Um, and once my career like really built traction, once I did a movie like Crocodile Dundee 2, I said, okay, maybe I can really make this into a lifelong career.
Hmm.
And that's what I did. Um, that's what I did. And, I've worked with the best of the best, and I've learned from the best of the best,
You sure
you
have.
know, and I've taken from the best of the best because they've given me a lot of knowledge and support and love. And it's very humbling to me, because I just thought it was something that was going to happen quick and then go away and live my life on the lower east side as a social worker. But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, things took off, and I got attached to some really incredible projects. Q&A, CARLITO'S Way, Boogie Nights, Traffic, The Limey, Out of Sight, Magnolia, Punch
Hmm.
Drunk Love, Anger Management, The Count of Monte Cristo, Mal de Amores, How to Make It in America, John from
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati, you know, and Perpetual Grace, Um, so yeah, I've been blessed, and the best thing is the people that I've worked with, the people that I've met, the people that have taught me the wonderful lessons. Sidney Lumet, Paul Thomas Anderson, Steven Soderbergh, Brian De Palma,
Hmm.
Joe Rubin, just to name
And
a
Miguel,
few.
all of them.
Kevin McReynolds. You know, um, I guess I could say I'm legit.
You're definitely legit. You're legit in a lot of ways, not just as one of, you know, the most loved actors ever, And I'll start with that. Like being a first time director and somebody that has never done it before, myself, having you sign on, you were the second person to sign on after the lead, Shiloh Fernandez, and just adding your name. I want to tell a little story. I was with Raul. We were in Soho. We met up with ASAP Rocky, and we were talking to him about the film. He wanted to hear about it, and we were telling him there was not a lot of people involved. You know, he knows me because I worked with done stuff with Rocky before, and then we brought up your name, and then we start talking about you, and he just starts looking at us, and he goes, Lou. We're like, yeah. And at the same time, by the grace of God, you FaceTime Raul Bermudez, our producer, and then he puts you on, and we show Rocky that you're on the phone, and I think you guys say what's up to each other really quick. But when we hung up, the
Yeah,
conversation,
yeah.
the conversation just stayed on Carlito's Way. It just went down the list, and he was saying, "This is Lou's one of the greatest, my favorite actors." You know, he was just floored. And then I said, "Here, let me give you the script," because we were trying to work this part out with him. He's like, "I don't even need that. I'm in." So having
Wait,
you,
wait, what did you do the movie though?
but then well, that was so early on, and then it ended up not. We couldn't. You know, there's a lot of people who were vouched for us and went in, but then you know how it works, scheduling. That guy, the stuff
Right,
that
right,
happened with
right.
him in Sweden, you know, like there's just so much. So he did not end up doing the movie, but you know that's just how it works, you know, as you know. But sometimes, but the fact that you know just having you attached to the film that early on just opened up so many doors and legitimized us, and really just I want to tell you personally, for me, it really kind of it was humbling for me because when you had me into your house when I came up and you're like, you know, on the Lower East Side, the same place that you grew up, and you're pointing out the window, you're like, my grandma still, you know, my whole family still lives around here. You know what I mean? Your mom works over here, all these people. And then you're telling me stories about your childhood. You have your son's art on the wall, like your whole family, you got all these artists and everything, and you're doing our film. It meant so much to me, and it really allowed me to speak a little more confidently, you know. The fact that
Right on.
Raul told me you fucked with the script and you liked it, and then we got to meet, and then I
Yeah,
got
man.
to
I thought it was an exceptional script. It was a very smart type of story. It was really well thought out, well written. You know, the characters were great in it, you know.
mm.
And I'm proud that you guys, you know, executed everything pretty well, you know.
Yeah, it really helped having you sign on early on, I got to tell you. And you know, everyone we talked to, and I don't know if it's the way you were raised or because you were a social worker or from where you're from, but for some reason, everyone we talk to, when we bring up your name, we were just talking to Steven Van Zandt last week, who was in The Sopranos and an E Street Band, such an amazing talent, someone I look up to musically so much because he's consulting on some music stuff. And we're talking to him about the cast, and he stops us right on your name. He's like, "You got Lou Guzman." You know, I think Raul maybe told you about that. And again, right
Yeah, yeah,
away,
yeah.
right away, he's in. Like we say your name, we go down this list, we say your name, people stop us. They're like, "You got him, I'm in."
Oh, so you
So
know what? You know what? I mean, knowing all this and knowing that Raul's listening in on this, I should get a producer credit at this point.
you know what? You talk to Raul and it's yours.
What? Oh
we
yeah, Raul, you
you hear
got
that,
your work
Raul?
cut out, brother.
You hear that, Swindled?
You know? No, but listen, man. You know what? I tell you what. Look, man. I showed up. I work one day. I work one day on your movie, and you know, you guys were really well. You guys really well organized and stuff like that. And I was proud of that. I was proud to see that. You know, um, there was a little bit of guerrilla filmmaking involved, but you know, that's how we do and that's how we roll. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and so again, you know, you have all the right things going on with this movie. Like I say, it's a great story, it's a great concept. I'm not going to give it away to anybody, you know. And I was happy to participate in it, and you know, I have fun with you guys, and I'm thankful for that. So,
Yeah, well, thank you,
you
man.
know,
Thank you so much. That was great. And the fact that even when we brought it up to you on the day of, we're like, "Hey, can you drive this car around?" you know, and I don't think you knew that there was gonna. We thought a lot of times for people who don't know when you're shooting a film, especially in a place like New York, they'll attach the car to the back of a bed, and I don't know any of this. You know, it's my first film, so we're like, no, Lou's gonna drive the car, and then half the people are saying, there's no way that guy's gonna fucking want to drive that car. No way, not in New York City. It's not gonna happen. We need to get the car on a bed. And you rolled up, and we asked you, and you're like, I'll drive the car. You know, you really saved us out of that jam. That's
Dude,
for
I
sure.
drive a freaking pickup all over the
Yeah,
place in Vermont.
yeah,
You know that,
yeah.
and we were just like we were just going around in circles, man.
I know,
It's
I
not
know.
like we were going up on the BQE and crossing the Williamsburg Bridge
Yeah,
and into Lansing Street. Then I would have asked for hazards pay, a bigger trailer, and my own chef.
of course, of
But
course.
we're good. We're good. You
So,
know. You know.
you
So
know,
I mean, go ahead.
are there any? I want to ask you, do you have any? You got anything coming up right now that you want to talk to us about? Any films other than this film? Obviously, something that
Um. Well, I just
I
want to
know
say hi to
everything's
my
kind
sister
of in a
Debbie
halt.
who's watching. Um. Yeah, man. I'm going to be doing some animated work. You know. Um. You know. I'm just really chilling right now. You know.
Yeah.
Um. Because everything. I mean, I was supposed to do this great movie on the Queen Mary in Los Angeles, and you know there was like a couple of things that were coming up, but you know we are all on a hold recess button, you know, and you know, so this is all figured out and stuff. Um, okay, and all you guys, I love you guys. Everybody that's tuning in here, Benny Cruz, to name one, Debbie Cox, to name another. That's right. My love to everybody. But you know, Miguel, bendiciones to you, Star Rider. What's up? Okay. Um, yeah. But listen, man, I'm like everybody, you know. I'm in a holding pattern and stuff like that. Um,
Yeah.
I'm okay because I understand the nature of things and what is happening right now. Um, I rather us be safe and maintain our health, you know. And but I also hope, like I said, you know, I'm not thinking about work right now,
Yeah.
you know. Um, I mean, work is important. Don't get me wrong. That's my livelihood. That's how I pay my bills. That's how I provide for my family. That's what we all do. That's what we all do, you know. But I think it's more important to also get a handle on what's going on with this, you know, COVID-19 virus, man. Because um, I've known a few people that have died from this. I know a few people have gotten infected. It
Oh, I'm
has
sorry,
hit
man.
close. It hit close to home for me. Um, and it's real. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, you know, I'm listen. I'm happy doing this type of stuff. You know, I done a few uh, uh, Zoom meetings, and I had a Zoom graduation yesterday because you know, I am also a college professor, and so two of my students graduated. So I gave them a shout out. We did a whole thing on Zoom.
Oh
Um,
wow, where do you teach?
Vermont College for Fine Arts
Oh
in
wow.
Montpelier, Vermont. It is an exceptional program. I hope you could come up sometime and maybe do a little lecture for us or something like that, or even
I'd
show the
love to.
film. You know, yeah, man,
I'd
you're
love to.
invited. So yeah,
I want to come up to your farm. I want to come up to your farm and see it. I've been hearing
yeah,
so many things about it.
yeah. I know Raul won't come up because he's a Miami boy, and you know he got really thin skin and stuff like that. But no, you're always welcome,
No.
man. You know, so like I said, I just find ways to keep myself busy, you know, just stay positive. Been doing a lot of reading. You know, I read a couple of books here and there, watch a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
Um, you know, FaceTiming, call my mom every day, call my sister, my brother, you know, um, and just seeing what's going on out there and stuff like that, you know?
Hmm. So you were saying earlier you've worked with some of the best directors on the planet, people I look up to. I love, PTA, De Palma, Anthony Minghella, Soderbergh, like Lumet. There's so many people that are I mean, you've just shined through all of their films. And I know when we were on set, I want to talk to you about this for a second, because some people, we were talking when I was talking with Ashley Benson last week. We were talking about improv and letting people just go, letting the artists just kind of go and do their thing and use their own color, And with you, I know you worked with Jeremy Allen White and Shameless, so you guys had a little bit you were familiar with each other.
Oh yeah.
We ran through a few takes, and it was pretty clear, me and Raul kind of gave each other a look, and Sean Price Williams, the DP, who, first of all, as soon as I never seen that guy more happy than when he put the camera on you. He just grinned. That was it. And
Oh,
and
really?
me and Raul were looking at each other. We're like, we got him. He's in. He loves it. But, I walked up to you at one point. I'm like, just jump in wherever and just go. And since we've gone through all the footage while we're editing the film right now, we're almost locked. But you gave us so much after we let you go, and you just we don't even know what to pick from, because there's so much gold in there.
Well,
And
you could use all those freebies that I gave you
yeah,
on your next 3 or 4 movies.
yeah. but
Yeah?
some of these amazing directors you've worked with, these collaborations that you've had, let's just say, I don't know, Punch Drunk Love, for example, or PTA. Let's take PTA. Is there a lot of improving going on in those sets, or it depends scene to scene?
Usually the way it works, and I think I told you this, is like, you know what? I will honor your dialogue, and I'll give you everything you want, and just give me the last take, and let's see what kind of magic happens.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I work with everybody. That's how I work with PTA. I like to honor everybody's words first, because you guys put effort into writing this material. You know what I mean? And I just like to spice it up and just have fun. And I think that's a real genuine thing to give actors. To give them that little bit of taste of creative freedom.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about improvising is it has to be within the realm of what you're doing and incorporating some of your dialogue and improvising off of that, you know?
Of course.
So, you know, um, it's creating an artistic chemistry for that matter. And I trust myself, enough. And you know what it is too? Some of these roles that you do, there was an Uber driver. How many times have I been into an Uber car? You know?
Yeah.
And how many times have I got into an Uber car with some of my friends who are rowdy, and the guy's like, yo, you guys I need to chill out, please bring it down, we'll be nice, and that kind of was the situation that I was put in. So I kind of use my own life as a reference to all this stuff.
Mm.
So, it all works out.
Yeah.
Somebody
And you
hates
know
a
that because you're
Rasta
out there.
monster.
Rasta
Yeah.
monster. So Raul told me to ask you something about he told me to ask you if you can to tell the story about the leather jacket and Carlito's Way audition. Does that ring a
Well,
bell?
okay, so yeah. I was home. It was a Sunday morning, and my brother-in-law and his cousin they have broke night. And for you guys don't know what broke night means, it means like you stay up 24 hours a day, you know, from partying and partying and partying and partying. And so they came over to my apartment, and they had this leather jacket. And I kind of looked at it and I said, "Oh, yo, that's a cool leather jacket." Yeah, we found it in the park. You want it? And I looked at it and go, "Hell yeah, man! I'll wear that to the audition tomorrow." And the thing about this jacket, man, it had that street character to it. It was a
Mm, of
character within itself. You know?
course.
And I wore it to the audition the next day. And when I auditioned for the role Pachanga, it was Brian De Palma, Bonnie Timmerman, Martin Bregman, and Michael Bregman, the producers. And as soon as I started talking, freaking Brian De Palma starts cracking up. And I'm like, oh, dude, I didn't know, oh, what to or not. I kept going and just did my thing, and he's cracking up. Next thing you know, I went home, and this was the day when we had answering machines at home, right? You know, when that was the thing.
Yeah.
And I saw the little light flashing, and I hit it, and it was Bonnie Timmerman, and said, "You got the part, baby." And so,
Wow.
yeah, and you know, it was awesome because, you know, I got to work with an incredible cast of people, you know, John Leguizamo, Al Pacino, Sean Penn, you know, um, so many others, you know, uh, and you know, it was a great time, man. It was a great film to be on. You know, we had some of the best dancers, club dancers in New York, you know, because we
Man, of
had the club, you know what I mean? And
course.
man, we used to go into the holding area, and there'd be like 5, 6 different groups of people just dancing to their own music, and it was the best, man.
Oh wow,
It was
that's
the best,
amazing.
you
You
know?
like that? You go salsa dancing. I I know that you like to do that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
David Ortiz, what's up, my brother? Yeah. Um, Oh yeah, and yo, you guys also have my boy Ruben Rivera on there, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man, that's my boy, you know.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
but I don't think Ruben could salsa dance. But
No.
that's my thing, bro. I hear salsa music and I walk into a club. I'm not kidding you, brother. I could be on that dance floor for an hour, easy. You know
Are
that
there
that
any clubs you want to put on in New York that you go to?
bro. Those days are done. There are no clubs in New
They're
York.
done.
You know,
Really?
I used to go to Bar 13. I think I took Raul there with me one day. He got in all kind of trouble. You know, I'll let him tell
Yeah.
you about it.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I think I know
yeah,
what you're talking about.
but okay, you know, but yo, salsa music um is great, man. You know, and I love dancing to it. My mother raised me on it. You know, and to this day, man, that's how I swing. I could be feeling achy and everything from working out or working outside. My back could be aching me. I hear that music, man, all the pain is gone. All the stiffness is gone. You know? I could dance with anybody.
You wanna? Is that our next film? You want to play a salsa dancer?
I want to work more than a day on your next film, okay?
No, no, of course, of course. We needed to just. That was just the foreplay, you know.
Foreplay. Oh, we're getting heavy here.
That
Watch
was just.
out. Um,
That was just
well, you
foreplay.
know, you write the script and you know, we'll make it happen. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man. Absolutely.
Oh, see,
Absolutely.
somebody just confirmed that I am an amazing dancer. Broke Night Salsa. What's up, Busta Rojos and the official Chelsea is cracking up at us, bro. Sometimes I just gotta see who's talking to us. Give them a shout out.
Yeah.
That's right. There's a guy named
So
Swindle 717. I
he's
think he
talking about
just got
American
out.
Dream. That's Raul. That's Raul
That is,
Swindle.
I know that. I know.
He's saying
That's right.
American
And
Dream.
you know,
So
one day I got to make my way down. I got to make my way down to Cali. You know what I mean? To Cali,
mm,
Colombia, 'cause I got to do some salsa dancing.
all
Puñeta, I
right.
dance salsa. Hell, you know?
I want to come with you.
What? Let's let's go.
So Raul's talking about American Dream. We're working on this new film where we're gonna have you on way more days than one day if you want if you do it, you know, if you want to do it. But it's this film we're doing about basically it's kind of about inequality in the country and like what everyone promises that are made. Um, um, you know, just what the American dream stands for people and and there's a role that we have for you that's pretty great that we've been writing just based on you and mind, and I think you're gonna really fuck with it when you read it, you know. And I really hope that we can be on a set
Well,
together. I know, I
let's
know,
get it done.
I know. We're working every day, you know. Every day we're on the phone working on it, you know. He's in
Good.
Raul's in Miami. I'm here, you know. I'm working on
And
the
I'm
score
here.
for the birthday cake. Yeah,
So yeah, man.
yeah.
You know?
We'll get that to you real soon, you know.
Okay. Somebody keep calling me Uncle Rene. Okay, un chancletazo que va a llevar. I'll have Raul translate that for you. Don't worry about it.
Uncle Rene. So, is there any, you know, what we were talking about before is you like to raise awareness about economic inequality in the country and like and a lot of that stuff, and right now where we're at with what's going on with Corona and people talking about opening things back up and going against, there's so many mixed opinions and stuff, and what always seems to happen is the poor people get fucked because you know something opens up, they got to go to work, they have kids at home, you know, they have their parents at home, but they have to go to work, and like it's kind of it stresses me out, seeing that people are trying to rush to open things up. I don't know what's right, but how do you feel this is going to pan out?
Well, I put it to you this way. There's people that there are people that feel that they want to, you know, go by their own opinions, and you know what I say, those people want to go out, let them,
Yeah.
you know, because this is real, man, you know. I say shame on them who have been blocking hospitals, who
Mm.
have who have been cursing out who have been cursing out nurses and stuff like that, you know. Shame on those people, you know. And because you never know, man. Those people that be yelling and cursing, God forbid they be in a bad car accident and stuff, and they're brought to an ER, and they come face to face with that nurse that they cursed out. They should really seriously think about that, you
Mm.
know. Um, but you know, the whole thing is that this whole thing is real. You know, you have um, you have a fake president who is telling people to inject king pine and Listerine and all this stuff. You know, um, and you know, you have people that back in November were warning these people about, yo, this coronavirus could hit here, and you know, he doesn't take responsibility for his mistakes. And there've been plenty of mistakes that he has made. And then, you know, as far as like, you know, this whole thing with with giving families $1,200 one time check, you know, $1,200, man, their rent might be $1,200. You
More
know,
than that.
way more than that. And then
Yeah.
there's people in this country that live paycheck to paycheck. You know, man. You know, I mean, this is what the richest country in the world. You can't give your own people, and you know what? That $1,200 that people are getting, that's their $1,200. That's being the government not giving you anything. You get some of your money back. That
Yeah.
you know. So let's be very clear about that. You know, you want to help people. You want to help people. You give families $2,000 a month for 4 months. You know, and you know, to take some of the stress off. Um, you know, and like I said, man, I just feel I feel bad for those people out there who think that it's okay to go out to be. You know what? You know what? If that's what you want to do, go do it. Go do it. You know, and then deal with the consequences. And hopefully you won't deal with the consequences. You know,
Yeah.
but there are consequences to not heeding, you know, to the advice of medical people, medical doctors, And let me tell you, man, all those nurses, all those doctors, man, they go in there and just so these people know, they go in there not to work an 8-hour day, a 12-hour day. Some of these people go in there and they're working 18-hour days
Fact.
before they can go home to their families, man. They're trying their best to save people's lives. People are sick, you know,
Mm.
and and to have, that's not courage going out and surrounding a hospital and stopping traffic. That's not courage. That's ignorance.
Mm.
And you know what? They are entitled to their opinion. That's fine. But let them deal with the consequences of those
Yeah.
opinions and being out there. And I don't wish anything bad on anybody. I don't wish anything bad on those folks. But you know what? You got to be a little more conscientious. You got to be a little more caring, and that's what we've lost here. You know,
Mm.
America, the United States, we have lost our soul because of what's been going on with uh, this fake president. I'm sorry to say, you know,
Mm.
we could do we could do way better, and this is not about ego. This is not about ratings. This is about reality, man.
Mm.
The guy took our country out of that climate change agreement that we were a part of. Why do that? To prove what? What are you doing? You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And and like I said, this whole thing that's going on right now with this virus, it's real. There's senators and Congress people and people in the presidential staff that have contracted this. You know,
Yeah.
lucky for them, they have Cadillac healthcare, you know. But what happens to all those people who become unemployed? What happens to their healthcare? Every time you say, "Oh, we should have free college education," well, where you got the money for that? Did you see how quick they came up with $2 trillion?
Mm.
To kind of
I
bump
know.
up the economy. But hold it, but so I know for a fact that we in this country, the leadership in this country, got the priorities wrong. Right? I tell you right now, Governor Andrew Cuomo, a hero,
Mm.
and a spoken voice for people. You know, and you know, and and shame on the Republican Party of this country. Because they have taken this country down the wrong path. And I have
Mm.
friends who are Republicans, and I love them dearly. And we have good conversations, decent conversations. There are a few of my friends that won't talk to me, and I won't talk to them. But that's their choice, and that's my choice. But the thing is, you know what? We have to come back to some kind of civility in this country. You know what? We're not going to go away. Black people are not going to go away. Native American people are not going away. White people are not going away. Latin people are not going away. Arab people are not going away. We have to all coexist. That's the reality. We have to all coexist. And just know, for anybody, especially you know, people who are racist. You go to a hospital, somebody's gonna save your life, that person is not gonna say, "Oh, he's a racist, she's a racist." That person made a commitment to humanity, to serving
Mm.
the community, and that has to be respected. That has to be respected. People, the reality is we have to coexist. And
Mm.
all these people showing up, with their weapons and all this to their rally, they have every right to do that, you know. But what are they proving? What are they proving? Nobody's gonna take your weapon away. You know, it's part, it's
Yeah.
part, it's part of the amendment. You know, but we don't need weapons that fire 60 shells in 10 seconds.
Mm.
We're gonna shoot with that. But
Crazy.
anyway, that's a whole different issue. Look,
Yeah.
look, look. We live in a great country, and this country has been struggling You know, I think we've gone back 50 years. It's a shame that this has happened. I know we are all better than that. You know, I know that when men and women go into combat, you know, they got to have each other's back. It doesn't matter if they're black, white, Republican, independent, Democrat, you know, straight, lesbian, or whatever, you know, or gay, you know, they're protecting this country, the honor of this country. And, you know, we should honor those people, every single one of them, you
Mm.
know, to say to say that transgender people should not be in the military, you know, that's ridiculous, man. We live in a different freaking world, you
Doesn't
know.
even make any
This,
sense.
this is not 500 years ago, you know.
Yeah.
This is today, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, and like you know, we should just understand that people, we all have to coexist. It's
Mm.
okay. It's okay. It's okay if you have your opinion, you know, but I'm not going to intimidate you and I'm not going to allow you to intimidate me, you know?
Yeah.
You know, and let me tell you, if I'm driving down the road and I see your car had gone off in the middle of winter, I'll get out, I'll get my chain out, and I'll pull you out. You know, I'm not there for your opinion. I'm there to help you because I'm part of humanity, just like that person is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there we are. You know, we
It's
all
really
bleed.
refreshing.
We
It,
all bleed red, and underneath our skin,
yeah.
we all have the same structure. The problem is the mentality, and that is what needs to go through some kind of adjustment.
Mm. It's, hey man, it's refreshing hearing somebody, you know, who has a platform saying, speaking up, because you know how it is today. I don't need to tell you. Nobody says anything.
Yeah,
Everyone's just
man,
quiet.
we're better. We're better. You know, and I gotta be honest with you. You know, that to me it's like really disturbing of people in the music industry and in the entertainment industry, and not enough of those people are really speaking up, you know.
Yeah.
um you know, the most powerful tool that we have, the most powerful tool that we have is the right to vote, you
Mm.
know. And for those people who have always said, "Oh, my vote doesn't count," you know what? I got news for you. More than ever, your vote counts, and your vote is important. And here's the deal. Here's the deal. Okay, you don't vote, then basically you just kind of making that other side really happy.
Mm.
If you don't vote, if you don't vote, you know, it shows that you're weak and it makes them stronger. And they're taking your privileges away. They're taking services away from you. You see, use your power. Vote. You know,
Mm.
vote. It's one day every 4 years, and we have to commit to that one day. You want to be part of the change? Vote. You know, vote. And somebody just said, and it's true that the GOP, they do suppress vote. You know, and like I said, you know, this is supposed to be a democracy, the greatest country in the world, and you are suppressing people from voting. Then you're a hypocrite.
It's crazy.
Then you are a hypocrite. So you know, we need to get out there. You know, listen, um, um, it's real. It's
Yeah.
real. You know, this, you know, listen to me, man. When you get a check, they take local taxes out, state tax, federal tax, social security tax. There goes 33, 35% of your salary, right? When you buy gas, they tax the hell out of that. When you go grocery shopping, they tax the hell out of that. You
Mm-hmm.
know, when you die, they tax you. Can you believe that? When you die, they what an estate tax, you know? And so uh to tell me, to tell you, to tell generations of people, no, you can't, you got to pay to go to college. No, you know, you got to pay for health care. You know how many, I had a young person that I know, they called me up crying because they turned 26 and they were taking off their parents. healthcare. And
Mm-hmm.
they want they want me to pay $963 a month.
Mm-hmm.
A month. $963 a month so I can have health coverage. $963 a month. Well, where do you live? How much rent do you pay? You know, your utilities. And on top of that, they were paying back a student loan. Come on, man. We got our priorities
Mm.
wrong in this country, you know.
Yep.
And you know what? It's not, you know, some people will hear what I have to say and say, "Oh, that's too bad for those people. They should suck it up." No, you know what? You pay the same taxes that everybody else pays, you know. You know, nobody's asking for a handout, you know. Um, and another thing is that in this country, we don't, you know, politicians, they don't address poor people. They don't address poor people because
Mm-mm.
poor people are deemed as powerless, you know. But hopefully that's about to change, you know.
Hopefully.
And I'll say this, you know, people like people like people like Jay-Z and and uh, and P Diddy and and uh, and Fat Joe, you know, and J Lo and all these people. You know what? We need to really go. Those people got to go into the communities now. Encourage people to vote. Encourage people to to register, to show up on election day. You know, not 4 weeks before it goes down. You know, 4 weeks
Mm.
before it goes down. Oh, I'm going to throw a concert. So 10,000 people. Well, how many of those 10,000 people are coming to listen to your music, and how many
Yeah.
of those 10,000 people are really going to vote? You know,
Yeah.
we got to do the legwork, people. We got to do it now, and we all got to come together. We have the power. We have the power.
Yeah.
We have the power, and and they will take advantage of us if our people do not show up to vote. You know, we could change. You want to change what's going on? Vote, please vote.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
your life depends on it. Your community's life depends on it. You know, and one last thing, because I know I could go on. You know,
No, it's okay. It's all
you know,
good. I love everything I'm hearing.
in these times right now, also think about how many people are going to lose their homes,
I know.
how many people are going to lose their apartments.
I know.
You know, and those people, especially people that lose their apartments, man, those apartments are going to be turned around and added to the whole list of gentrification. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and who's doing and what politician is saying, well, you know what, people can't afford their rent right now because they lost their job, and it's been 5 weeks and they still haven't gotten an unemployment check or stimulus check. You know, who's defending those people? Who's standing up for those people?
Yeah.
You understand?
I know.
And so we need to keep that in mind. We need to keep that in mind because all that stuff is real. It's really happening, you know?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and listen, man, you know what? I speak from my heart, you know? Um, this country is a great country, you know, but it gotta do the right thing for its people, for all its people.